He reached his hand into the pool, and now he's indicted. And no, we are not joking. A former Olympian was indicted Thursday, July 2nd, on a felony charge in what President Trump has called vandalism of the reflecting pool, where a renovation project he launched has been riddled with many problems, the Associated Press reports. David Hearn, a former Olympic canoe racer, was indicted on a single count of property destruction in Washington, D.C. court. District of Columbia U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro said Hearn ripped up recently installed sealant on the pool in a deliberate act that caused more than $1,000 in damage. She accused him of forcefully and violently pulling up the bottom liner with both hands and acting belligerently toward an employee who told him to stop. This is a case with tremendous evidence, she said, adding that authorities have made about 6 other misdemeanor arrests. In a statement, senior counselor at Washington Litigation Group said that they represented Hearn and that the charges were outrageous and should be alarming to every American. They continued stating that this is the misuse of government power against an ordinary citizen based on a concocted narrative. Hearn didn't immediately return a phone call seeking comment. He previously told the Associated Press that he reached into the pool on January 19th to examine the newly peeled coating. He said he briefly touched a chunk that was still attached to the side of the pool. Then he let go shortly after a park worker told him to stop. "I'm a curious citizen," Hearn said in a telephone interview last month. "I reached down to see what it felt like. It was very rubbery." Hearn, 67-year-old Maryland resident, owned a company that made composite materials used to build watercraft. He stopped by the pool during a 64-mile bike ride. Hearn said he was detained by National Guards and Park Police for 5 hours before being released. The reflecting pool is the largest of many reflecting pools in Washington, D.C. Dedicated in 1922, concrete bottom pool, which originally held almost 7 million gallons of water, or 25 million liters, as of 2012, holds about 4 million gallons, or 15 million liters of water. During the original construction, the pool was nicknamed by some sources as a water mirror. It attracts about 24 million visitors annually. Trump said that federal authorities made multiple arrests of people he accused of vandalizing the reflecting pool as he struggled to explain why the $16 million rehabilitation project he launched for the nation's 250th anniversary seemingly backfired. Without providing any substantiation, he also said vandals dumped fertilizer into the pool and slashed the coating with a box cutter. Very strange to me, but let's continue. In subsequent days, National Guard members and U.S. Park Police patrolled the deck around the reflecting pool as Trump's administration faced a self-imposed deadline to fix a botched renovation before the nation's 250th anniversary celebration. Contractors and federal workers used chemicals and ozone nanobubbles to combat an algae bloom. And Trump has said that problems most likely require draining the pool again for liner repairs. What we would like to know is, where are the pictures of the damage done by David Hearn? It's not like there's a shortage of cameras, right? The bottom line, they can charge him with whatever they want, but no jury will convict without more evidence than he reached his hand into the pool. Thank you for listening and subscribe.